Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what many call the single greatest Royal Rumble match in WWE history. Today, we're diving deep into the Royal Rumble 1992, the night Ric Flair walked into the WWF and proved why he calls himself the real world champion. We'll cover the storylines, the politics, the chaos, behind the scenes drama, and the match itself. This is your full review of the 1992 Royal Rumble. 1992 was a turbulent time for the World Wrestling Federation. Hulk Hogan's popularity was slipping. The company was dealing with scandals. New stars were emerging, and the title picture was a complete mess. In late 1991, The Undertaker shockingly defeated Hogan for the WWF Championship at Survivor Series, thanks to Ric Flair. Then at this Tuesday in Texas, Hogan won it back. But this was so much controversy that President Jack Tunney stripped the title and declared the belt vacant. For the first time ever, the Royal Rumble match would be for the WWF Championship. This instantly made the 1992 Rumble the most must-see match in the event's history. There were several huge story arcs coming into the Rumble. Ric Flair, the outsider shockwaves. He had arrived from WCW carrying the big gold belt and calling himself the real world's champion. This was unheard of. Flair's presence made WWF feel unpredictable. Hulk Hogan, the fallen hero. Hogan was no longer the unstoppable icon. Fans were starting to turn. The locker room politics around Hogan and Flair were at their peak. Randy Savage and Jake Roberts, a blood feud. Jake tormenting Savage, poisoning their wedding storyline, and the infamous Cobra incident made this rivalry one of the era's most intense. The Undertaker, the dark horse. Fresh off becoming champion, fans legitimately wondered if the dead man could recapture the title this early in his career. Sid Justice, the monster rising. Sid was enormous, protected and being heavily pushed. Tension with Hogan was already brewing. These stories set the tone for a Rumble filled with tension, twists, and pure chaos. The undercard wasn't the strongest, but it played a role. The new foundation, Owen Hart and Neidhart, opened the show with a solid win. Roddy Piper defeated the Mountie to become Intercontinental Champion, Piper's first and only singles title in the WWF. The Beverly Brothers defeated the Bushwhackers. The Legion of Doom lost, but let's be honest, everyone was waiting for the Rumble. Now, let's break down this masterpiece, from entrant number 1 to number 30.
It is now time for the Royal Rumble!
Entrant number 1, the British Bulldog. A perfect babyface starter, strong, popular, believable. Entrant number 2, Ted DiBiase. The $1 Million Man comes out fast, but Bulldog eliminates him early, signaling this Rumble would be unpredictable. Entrant number 3, Ric Flair. He draws number 3, and Bobby the Brain Heenan starts his legendary commentary meltdown. This isn't fair to Flair. Flair entering this early instantly raises the stakes. Entrant number 4, Jerry Sags, a quick brawler segment. Entrant number 5, Haku. The ring gets tougher and the pace slows. Entrant number 6, Shawn Michaels. Young, cocky Shawn, newly split from Marty Jannetty. Number 7, Tito Santana. He and Flair have great chemistry. As the ring fills, the chaos builds. Entrant number 8, The Barbarian, a classic powerhouse addition. Entrant number 9, the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. Huge reaction. He and Flair reignite their NWA rivalry. Entrant number 10, the Repo Man, a character only early 90s wrestling could deliver. Entrant number 11, Greg Valentine. Fans notice Valentine slowing Flair down. Entrant number 13, the Big Boss Man. A major shift. Power, speed, justice vibes. A rapid series of elimination leaves Flair alone to celebrate until the next man arrives. Entrant number 14, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Fresh off of winning the IC title, Piper explodes into the match. Heenan loses his mind. It's not a fair fight. Entrant number 15, Jake the Snake Roberts, another game changer. Snake plays mind games. Entrant number 16, Jim Duggan. The USA chants erupt. Entrant number 17, IRS. Entrant number 18, Jimmy Snooker. Entrant number 19, The Undertaker. Massive moment. Flair looks terrified. Taker clears house with ease. Entrant number 20, Randy Savage. Savage rushes straight for Jake Roberts, eliminating him, but then Savage accidentally eliminates himself by jumping over the top ropes. Officials let him stay, though, because the rule wasn't strict yet. Hulk Hogan. Huge pop. Hogan immediately mixes with Flair and The Undertaker. Sid Justice. The crowd roars. Sid looks like a future champion. Entrant number 30, The Warlord. Powerhouse final entrant. The final 6, we get down to Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Sid Justice, Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, and the Warlord. One by one, the field clears until only Hogan, Flair, and Sid remain. Sid. That wasn't supposed to happen. Hogan, salty, grabs Sid Rumble and the WWF Championship. The crowd explodes. Heenan screams with joy as Flair cuts one of the greatest promo. The fallout was massive. Hogan was angry. The crowd cheered Sid. The planned WrestleMania main event changed. Flair proved he belonged in the WWF. Sid turned heel. Savage versus Flair became the emotional feud of WrestleMania 8. The Rumble reshaped all of 1992. Fans and wrestlers still consider this the greatest Rumble ever. The most stacked roster ever appeared. Flair's performance was legendary, almost an hour. The commentary was perfect. The stakes were the highest in Rumble history. Multiple feuds played out inside the match. The winner crowned the undisputed WWF champion. No Rumble has ever matched the storytelling of 1992. And that is the full story of the 1992 Royal Rumble, the greatest Rumble match ever told. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, drop your favourite moment from the match, and subscribe for more classic WWE reviews. Thanks for watching.